Hi, this is a review for the Canon Compact TS6020 wireless home inkjet all-in-one printer. I kind of like this machine. It's a small footprint. Look at the animation. This is on the screen itself, which is just refreshing from the last printer that I used that wasn't a Canon. Now this one, the lid lifts up. I mean, the front panel lifts up. And look, it shows you that the lights are going to be lit up when you get them right in the animation. And look, the lights are good on the inks. They are small inks, unfortunately, but I've had really good luck with their length of time. Now, this is showing me what it's doing. The setup was pretty self-explanatory through the whole thing. Now, this is what it looks like on the back when you're going to set something up. Well, look at this little, everything's sort of compact and pulls right up. That's when you're going to, now this is where you're going to put your photo paper, and it's going to come out here at the bottom. So you just pull that out and flip that little stand. So I got a little confused. It kept saying to register the paper that I had in there. So there are little things like that that I need to explore and figure out what they're talking about. But as for overall intuitiveness, it wasn't bad at all. I did manage to get a nice print. What was really unique is the way it connected to Instagram, to my SmugMug account, and to other people that I knew's account based on my friendship with them, simply by connecting to the home Wi-Fi. Check this out. I mean, this is, I think it's going to take me to show me what it is connecting to. There, like that's Instagram on top. That was Instagram. Oh, these are all Instagram accounts, except the bottom one was the SmugMug account. So I can just press one of them. I'm going to press the Instagram one and see what happens. And sure enough, it takes me to my Instagram page. That's kind of insane, right? So I'm going to print something from here just to show you. And I picked a mountain scene. I have the A4 size paper in the back, which is photo paper. It's going to ask me for a few verifications. This is where it might get a little confusing for you. And it's me skipping the directions. I'm not using the pamphlet. I try not to. That's the size of paper I'm using. It's asked me to confirm it there. And so I'm going to put it in the back here just a second. I think it was just asking me to confirm. Now, there you go. You lift that little cover back, put the paper in there. There's guides in there for it. And the interesting thing is you're supposed to flip that cover back, and it tells me that I didn't. So it'll give me an error message and show me a picture that I forgot to close that back cover. Now, there's the panel lifting up and down. It does stay up pretty easily. I can still, the touchscreen you don't need a lot of pressure for. So I'm like, okay, what do I press here? And I'm going through the thing again, and it asked me, do I press like the actual physical color button? And it was that. So watch, now it's going to tell me, wait a minute, you've got something in the back that's still, that won't let me print. So let's see for the warning here just for a second. I'm going to see, this is where it kind of went through. What paper do you want to use? What picture are you going to try? And it's like, wait a minute, I already answered that. So again, user error. Now that's the error that says, hey, there's something in the back that's not closed. And the minute you close it, it responds. So I'm like, okay, what is it? And I press that down, and it's like, okay, let's hit okay to tell it that I fixed it. And I did. Now this time, does it take me back through? You can tell that it's about to because the cat has entered the picture. So yeah, it asked me another sort of confirmation question. And oh, this was the time zone thing. And it was like, pick the closest time zone. And I'm like, they were all UTC, like Universal Time Code. And so, but there were no United States countries. So that was a little, I just picked, I think, +5 or +7 since I'm in Colorado. But that was a little weird. So I just picked something, and it was a long scroll, by the way, and that was awkward. So just little things like that. I mean, it's not enough to really degrade the printer because to me, the setup was remarkably simple. Little things like this just were annoyances. But again, I'm skipping the directions, so I got to take what I get. So I did manage to get the print. Now watch this. We'll get the, I think we're getting... there it is. So it's printing, and I'm trying to do this in real time so you don't, but at the same time not drive you crazy. waiting for the thing. I'm trying to get the cat to jump up and sort of introduce himself, but it's all right. So you can hear the sound of the printer. Now, I want you to know that I did this after this, I did it about 6 times. Now, this is a picture of a rock at Red Rocks in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Or no, it was the Garden of the Gods, I'm sorry, in Colorado Springs. And it was phenomenal picture. I mean, the picture quality was really great. Now, it was on photo paper, but still, it was pretty awesome. And so I proceeded to make a bunch of mistakes using photo paper, trying to make a copy of a picture that I had. Now, when you lift the lid of the scanner copier, the left side is the top side. So it's left to right. Just think that way. That's not how my old printer was. So it was a little confusing for me. But this is what the copier created. And the original is not even showing. It's still in the copy lid. But I made that many copies, that many mistakes, just figuring out where do you align the paper, what size, which was kind of fun. And I did another one straight from my smartphone that had some things in there like the pixel dimensions. I'll show you that one right now too. That's a picture. That's not a snapshot from the phone. That's actually printed out. So I have to tell you, it was a phenomenal experience, and I still have a ton of ink left. That's the thing. It didn't eat up the ink like some people were saying. So I'm happy. I'll follow up if things look different, but I think I'm going to like this thing.